Cady was appointed to the Iowa Supreme Court in 1998 by former Iowa Governor Terry E. Branstad. But prior to his appointment to the state Supreme Court, Mark Cady served in the Iowa Court of Appeals. Chief Justice Cady of Fort Dodge was elevated to the Supreme Court in 1998 until his untimely death in 2019. In 2011, he became the Chief Justice of the court, being nominated by his peers. Justice Cady wrote the landmark opinion in Varnum versus Brien, a 2009 ruling that legalized same-sex marriage in Iowa, and at the time was only one of 3 states nationally to do so. Because of that decision, a robust recall effort ensued, and Iowa voters removed 3 of the 4 judges. Mark Cady survived the recall effort and was later elevated to Chief Justice. During his final State of the Judiciary remarks in 2019 to the Iowa legislature, Justice Cady emphasized common sense ideas, such as digital opportunities for law enforcement, including text messages to defendants to remind them of their court dates, and electronically filed search warrants. He was passionate about bringing the court system into view for the general public, and he instituted what could only be termed as the Supreme Court Traveling Roadshow, with sessions and meetings, hearings and cases being held in all 4 corners of the state. The popular way of bringing courts to the people solidified Justice Cady as just a regular guy, someone who didn't change just because he changed into a robe. Chief Justice Mark Cady was born in Rapid City, South Dakota, and he earned his undergraduate and law degrees from Drake University, serving later as a judicial law clerk for the 2nd Judicial District of Iowa. He was then appointed as an assistant Webster County attorney and practiced with a law firm in Fort Dodge. In the 1980s, Chief Justice Mark Cady was appointed a district associate judge and later a district court judge. In 1994, he was appointed to the Iowa Court of Appeals, and 3 years later was appointed Chief Judge of the Court of Appeals. Chief Justice Cady was a member of the Iowa Bar Association, the American Bar Association, the Iowa Judges Association, and the Iowa Academy of Trial Lawyers. He also served as chair of the Supreme Court's Task Force on the Courts and Communities' Response to Domestic Abuse, and was a member of the Drake Law School Board of Counselors. In 2013, Chief Justice Mark Cady was elected to the Conference of Chief Justices Board of Directors. He served on that board and chaired its committee on courts, children, and families. Chief Justice Mark Cady had a passion for education, serving as an adjunct faculty member at Buena Vista University and serving on its President's Advisory Council, receiving an honorary doctorate degree in public service from Buena Vista University. He is also a recipient of the Outstanding Alumnus Award from Drake University Law School, receiving the Alumni Achievement Award. Chief Justice Mark Cady is survived by his wife Rebecca, 2 adult children, and 3 grandchildren at the time of his death in 2019. Said former Chief Justice and Hall of Fame member Marcia Turnus, his inherent kindness and respect for others guided his conduct on the bench as much as it guided his conduct off the bench. He was, quite simply, the nicest guy you could ever hope to meet. It is with great pride that the Iowa Commission on the Status of Women bestows this great honor of the Cristine Medal for Equality and Justice to Mark Cady.